Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the face of this very planet. We welcome you to another explosive, exciting edition of our live presentation on this very day, the eve of the very pathetic, ridiculous flag independence of the damnable Zoological Republic. We are live and we are direct, and I can assure you that the whole world is listening to us. Wherever you are, I welcome you personally on behalf of this very noble family IPOB all over the world. And as I do so, I will also encourage you to welcome all those who are around you, your friends, your relatives, your parents, even their relatives as well. Let me start by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because this very platform, this radio, Biafra, is listened to right across the face of this very globe. There is no time zone that you will go to and you won't find somebody listening to us, especially via our IPOB community radio app. Also on Radio Biafra app, we are on FM in Biafra land, in Kanu, in Lagos, and also in areas of Abuja as well. We are doing all we can to ensure that entire Biafra land is saturated with this gospel of redemption. Even the Middle Belt as well, because now that it seems that people have woken up at last. All these years we've been toiling and working and preaching this very gospel. All of a sudden in the year 2020, people have now received it. And that is why you see great movements in those lands where the Fulani Janjaweed thought they held sway before. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the largest freedom fighting movement on the face of this very earth. Therefore, it gives me great privilege to say that I am a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. By the grace of the Most High Elohim, with every humility, with every submission to the will of God Almighty in heaven, we serve our people in truth, in honesty, with every diligence and stubbornness you can imagine. Because we are not going to stop until the damnable Zoological Republic is completely and utterly decimated. There will be no Nigeria. That name will not exist. I assure you before God and man, I swear on my life that the name Nigeria will not exist by the time we are done with the zoo. That is how resolute we are. That is how determined we are. That is how formidable we are. Before we go any further, we must pray. This evening, you will permit me, I will pray in the language of heaven, the language of the ancients. The same way that Roman Catholicism, during the very earliest stages of Christianity, prayers were conducted in the ancient language of Latin. That is what we are trying to do here. We must pray to Chukwu, without whom we would not be where we are today. We have no strength of our own. We are mere mortals. We are nothing. We are born, and one day we are going to die, but one thing shall remain, and that is the word of God. because that have stood the test of time from the beginning of time until the end of time. Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke nna nke usuu niile nke ndị agha, onye na-epụrụ ndị ihu wepụrụ ha azụ, eze dị ngọzi, onye ọ bụ naanị ya ka ike ihe niile dị n'ọbadara aka ya, onye mmadụ dị ndụ na-apụghị iji anya ya abụọ wee hụ, oke ofufe na-erubere gị isi, kpakpando na anyanwụ na ọnwa na-akpụ isi ala nye gị. Kedu ihe ezi ihe bụ mmadụ dị ndụ? Lekwa ka mbara igwe si wee na-egosi ọlụ aka gị, kpakpando wee na-egbuke n'igwe, chisa chijie, mmiri na-ezo, anwụ na-acha, ihe niile ndị a niile na-eso usoro nke gị onwe gị kwadoro tupu mgbe wee malite, n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke nna. O nweghị ihe ọzọ anyị onwe anyị bụ ndị dị ndụ na-akpụ isi ala anyị ma ọ bụghị naanị gị onye dị nsọ, Chineke nna. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị n'ụbọchị nke taa na mmalite nke nghasasị obodo ekwensu bụ ụzụ nke anụkpa ahụ kere na ọ bụghị onwe gị nna nke igwe. Anyị na-arịọ gị ka ilekwa obodo ekwensu a wee laa ya n'iyi, jidezi uwe dorie ya, ọbụladị echi nke na-abịa abịa ka aka nsị ha wee baa ha ọnụ, ka ha rapụ ndị niile kuniri wee na-emegide ụmụ gị, wee na-akwafu ọbara ụmụ gị, wee were mpụ niile dị iche iche, ọrụ ala niile dị iche iche, aghụghọ niile dị iche iche wee megide ụmụ gị. Nna nke igwe emekwana mmehie wee megide gị. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị mgbaghara mmehie mgbe niile, na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ ka anyị bụ nna nke igwe, wee na-asị na ọ bụ amaghị ama, ọ bụrụ site n'okwu ọnụ, bụ sitere na akparamagwa ma ọ bụ echiche eze ebube dị ngọzi, biko ka iwe gbaghara anyị mmehie, wee zọpụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe, duwe anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume gị. Ị gaghị ekwe ka ihere wee mee ndị gị, n'ihi na esi na onweghị ndị ọbụla na-agbaso ụkpụrụ nke gị onwe ihe were eze ebube dị ngọzi n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu, na ihere agaghị adakwasa ndị dị etu a, mana ihere ga-abụ nke ndị iro ha. Ọ bụ ebe a ka anyị gbakwasịrị ụkwụ n'uhuruchi, ụtụtụ, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka, wee na-akpọku aha nsọ gị, na-arịọ gị, na-asị gị nna nke igwe bikonu n'oge erukwala mgbe nnụnụ ọbụla ji alaghachi na-akwụ ya, ka iwe zọpụta anyị, ka iwe mere anyị amara. Obodo ekwensu abụzụ na-ala ọbara ụmụ mmadụ n'iyi kwa ụbọchị niile, nna nke igwe si otu a wee laa ya n'iyi, n'ihi na ụmụ ọjọọ, ụmụ ekwensu abatagbo ndị gị n'ime. Ọ bụghị otu a ka isi wee hazie ala Biafra na mgbe mbụ, n'ihi na ọ bụrụ ebumnobi gị Chineke nna nke igwe na anyị ga na-agbara ndị Fulani odibo bụ ndị na-achị na ma nna nke ebere, ị gara hapụ ha ka ha memile anyị mgbe gara aga, kama esi na ihe dị etu agaghị eme. Ị nyere ndị mmụọ ozi gị iwu, ndị mmụọ ozi gị wee si n'igwe wee rịdata, wee gaa na Ido, ma onye nwe m na Chineke nna, wee gaa n'ala Igala, wee si n'ebe a bụ ala nsọ Biafra nna nke igwe, ka ha rapụ ndị agha niile si n'ọzara ugwu Awụsa wee malite nna nke igwe, ha niile wee nwụsịa. Ebe niile na West Africa ka ndị Alakụba manyere aka, nna nke ebere ngọzi, ọ gwụla sọsọ ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra bụ ebe ha na-apụghị ịbata. Ọ bụghị site n'ike aka nke anyị, ọ bụ site na amara gị na ebube gị Chineke. Ọ bụ amara gị na ebube gị ka anyị na-arịọ n'oge awa, na-asị gị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna, biko bịa ka iwepụrụ anyị ihu na azụ, bịa ka iwe bụọrọ anyị ọgbọ, bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ. Ọ bụrụ n'ezie n'ezie gị onwe gị bụ onye na-ahụ na nzuzo, ile mkpụrụ obi anyị anya mgbe mmadụ ọzọ na-anọghị ya, ọ bụrụ na anyị bụ ndị eziokwu, eze ebube dị ngọzi, ị ga-enye anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ, na Biafra ga-abịarịrị, n'ihi na ma Biafra abịaghị eze ebube dị ngọzi, ọ bụkwa na ụzọ dị anya ka anyị ga-esi wee gwa ụmụ anyị na Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ Chineke pụrụ ime ihe niile. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị, wee na-aja gị mma, eze ebube dị ngọzi, ka i wee chebe ndị gị, n'ihi na ụmụ ekwensu a apụtawo ọgụ. Ndị niile bụ ndị Fulani were wetinye n'ọchịchị n'ala nsọ gị, eze ebube dị ngọzi. Oge ruo mgbe aka ga-ebighị ndị dị etu a n'ala, oge ruo mgbe ha ga-eji ala ezere mmiri, eze ebube dị ngọzi, biko ị ga-agba anyị ume, ị ga-enye anyị ikikere, ị ga-akwado ụmụ gị, ga-eduru anyị wee gaa agha wee lọta nna nke igwe. N'oge Biafra eruwo, onweghị mmadụ dị ndị pụrụ ịkwụsị ya. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka ịma mma gị na ebere gị, ịhụnanya gị na ọmịiko gị wee mụbaa n'ime ndụ anyị, ka ezinụlọ a dị nsọ bụ IPOB n'ụwa niile, nna nke igwe, ka ọ bụrụ ihe ịrịba ama, ka ọ bụrụ ihe ịrịba ama n'ụwa niile. Tinye anyị ezi omume gị n'ime, gbaghara anyị mmehie, makwa zọpụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe. Bịa ka iwe duru anyị wee banye n'ime Biafra ahụ nke ị kwere anyị na nkwa, n'ihi na anyị akwadogo Oga here one na nke igwe. Lekwa obodo ekwensu bụ uzu echi nke na-abịa bịa. Ụfọdụ n'ime anyị bụ echi na-abịa bịa bụ 1st of October Chineke nna nke igwe bịa ka ihere dakwasị obodo ekwensu ahụ bụ uzu. Ka ụwa niile wee mara n'ezie na ụmụ Biafra bụ ụmụ Chineke. Anyị wee na-ajaghị mma wee na-eto na-agọzi aha nsọ gị wee na-ajaghị mma na-ebuli gị elu isi n'ala ka anyị na-akpọ wee nye aha nsọ onye kere eluigwe maka elu ụwa ugbu a mara mgbe niile ebighị ebi ka anyị na-arịọ gị ise we must preach this very gospel of redemption. Chineke nna mere m ebere. The zoo has fallen, and I say it with every degree of certainty. Those who are propping up the zoo, they have spoken today. Her Imperial Britannic Majesty has sent her congratulatory message to the country that they created. This is something that we are going to focus our mind and our analysis this very evening. When we come on this very platform to preach this very gospel of redemption, this gospel of hope, this gospel of freedom, we do so convinced that the people listening to us are intelligent enough, they are discerning enough, they are understanding enough, they are schooled enough to read between the lines. Queen Elizabeth II have sent her message. And everybody who is against the quest for the restoration of Biafra or Oduduwa Republic, or even whatever Republican of the Middle Belt, must listen very carefully and attentively this very evening. And as always, if you don't have your pen and paper, this lecture may be lost on you. Therefore, I recommend very, very strongly that you avail yourself a piece of paper and pen as well, because after this program, I expect people to go and do some research. If you're kicked out of Facebook, please endeavor to listen via IPOB Community Radio. Very, very critical, very, very important. There, they have no control. That is the extent to which the Fulani Janjaweed and their British supporters will go in order to suppress this very truth. We have the unique privilege today to announce that the whole world is listening and listening attentively. There is nothing the enemy can do. They can try all they can. They have tried in the past and they have failed. That is why every effort they are making now to stop this very movement is bound to fail. And I remind Fulani once again that your forebears came to our land to conquer us many, many years ago, and they failed very woefully. This time around again, you are going to fail. Not minding all the machinations of corrupt, idiotic, and shameless Fulani slaves like Dave Umahi. And that idiot, that fool that some people still stupidly refer to as a governor. Some idiots who don't reason still call that fool Hope Uzodinma a governor because they have no brain, they cannot reason. Did you vote for him? Did you ever vote for Hope Uzodinma? I ask you, why would you refer to him as a governor? Governors are those who were voted for by the people, or even rigged into power with the consent of the people. Now I ask you, why would any sensible being refer to Hope Uzodinma as a governor? Did you vote for him? He is the Fulani administrator, of course, Supreme Court Fulani administrator of Imo State. He is not a governor. If you refer to him as a governor again, I will block you from my friend. I will ban you. I'm telling you the truth, because you're a fool. Why should you refer to Hope Uzodinma as a governor? Did you vote for him? This is how you people perpetuate evil. You keep calling him governor. He stays there for 1 year, and people will think now he's a governor. Who told you he's an administrator, a Fulani appointed administrator of Imo State? That should be sink into your skull. If you listen to us, if you're part of this very movement, you need to be consistent, philosophically and ideologically consistent. You don't waver. You don't go back. You don't try to join the zoo, the animals in the zoo, to behave the way they do. As long as nobody voted for Hope Uzodinma, he is a Fulani appointed administrator, and he's doing their bidding for that. I'll get to the idiots later on. And I must warn all the idiots, those from his village, those who are very close to him. If we can destroy the zoo, Hope Uzodinma is a nobody. Any day I remember that idiot. Any day I remember Hope Uzodinma. Believe you me, I'm warning you now. The same way I warned the zoo army and they will not listen. I warned their police, they will not listen. Any day, any day I remember Hope Uzodinma. Oh my God, you will hear the story. That idiot, you will hear the story. Now that he's working for his Fulani masters, all of you are mute, you are dumb, you are seeing it. They are patrolling, doing show of force. Whereas there is war going on in Borno. Borno state governor has been attacked 3 times in a week. There is no show of force in Borno, but there's show of force in nowhere. Because Hope Uzodinma wants to tell us that he's a Fulani slave. He can do as he pleases. And we are coming for you. I'm announcing it live so that the whole world can hear. So when it starts happening, they will know I announced on Radio Biafra. The same way I announced the raising of our flag, our dragon flag, I said it live on air, and it's happening. The same will happen. If you people want us to live, we live. You want us to all die, we will all die, I assure you, and we take our force in nowhere. There is no show of force in Meduguri. They are running. They are created, and you have the temerity. You want to prove to your Fulani masters that you're doing very well in nowhere. You're a fool, and every idiot supporting Hope Uzodinma, all of you will go down with him. Bastards everywhere, idiots everywhere. Fulani will appoint you, come to our land and you're talking rubbish. You and Dave Omahi, you're talking absolute garbage. You people are fools. They are using you, but you don't know. You think you want to come and play Afonja in our land? Is that what you think? You and that idiot Dave Omahi, you think you can come to our land to play Afonja, to give Biafra land to Fulani? Come and try it and let us see. Come and give our land to Fulani, let us see. In a Ebonyi state. Come and give a Ebonyi state to Fulani, let us see. We will all perish there, we will all die in that very place. When they killed our sister, did you do anything? When our sister was macheted and killed, did you do anything? You idiots are all over the place claiming your southeastern coverage. All of you are stupid. All of you are hopeless idiots. You think you can trade our land for your stupid presidency? Is that what you think? You can use Biafra land to convince your stupid, idiotic, immoral Fulani masters that you are now ready to become a president. You people are mad. And you will be dealt with, I'm telling you the truth. You will be dealt with, and now you understand how you will understand how insane we are. You will understand how fanatical we are. Let Hope Uzodinma pray that nothing happens to anybody in nowhere. I'm telling you before God and man, if anybody goes missing in nowhere, anybody gets shot at, anybody gets injured, anybody gets killed in nowhere because of this Fulani rubbish in nowhere, I'm telling you, nowhere will burn. Hope that idiot that Fulani put in nowhere and all his idiotic supporters. I'm telling all of you, if you people, if you think that what we are making his mouth is an empty threat, I dare you to shoot one person in nowhere. I will burn the whole of nowhere down. Try it and you will see. There are useless fools everywhere. You are playing with us. I want to preach this very gospel. What Her Britannic Majesty Queen Elizabeth II sent to her creation. All of you idiots answering one Nigerian people because you know nothing. When I preach this gospel, I preach it in truth and in every honesty. There is nowhere else on this earth where the same thing that obtained in Africa, and especially in this zoological republic called Nigeria, will obtain, and people will keep quiet for 60 years. It has never happened anywhere else before. That tells you the depth of the idiocy and stupidity that afflicts an average Nigerian because their brain and skulls are empty. They don't listen very well. The Queen is sending you congratulatory message. The Queen is sending you this very message because she created you. Her family created you. You are nothing. Without the House of Windsor, you will not be a Nigerian. Without Lugard coming, you will not know anything like Nigeria. So when I hear people stupidly and ignorantly trying to defend what they don't understand, it gives me, I become very, very sick. I become very, very sick. I want to understand something. I want people to please try to clarify something for me. Why Britain will be sending a message of felicitation to President Muhammadu Buhari, the same Queen that wrote a condolence message. Buhari died in London. The same Queen wrote a condolence message to the people of the zoo that they created. The zoo, I call you a zoo because all of you are laboratory animals. Nigeria is like one giant experimental lab of the British, because nowhere else on this very planet have man tried to create the most populous, or should we say, people who assume to be the most influential black country on the face of this very earth. And when people make that very erroneous assumption, They seem to forget that the people that created them are the British. No black man created the most populous country of black people on this very earth. It was done by white people. That is a fact of life. So when any idiot, regardless of who you are, you stand up, we are the most populous, we are diverse, talking rubbish. Did you make it possible? It was made possible by the family of Elizabeth II, that now wrote you a message, writing to a man who is dead. Everybody knows that Buhari doesn't exist, but because there is this conspiracy to allow the Fulani to remain there, to run everything down, to impoverish everybody, to lower the standard of living, to make life absolute hell for everybody who is unfortunate enough to inhabit that very contraption. That is the reason why they are sending a message of felicitation. And I will read that very message. It gives me pleasure to offer my warmest congratulations on the 60th anniversary of Nigeria's independence. Independence from what? Look at how they deceive themselves. Nigeria's independence. If you are foolish, as most Nigerians are, if you are daft, as most African people are, you will not understand that they themselves are the ones that created Nigeria. So how can I be independent with something that you yourself, you created? How is that possible, I ask? A very simple question. How is that possible? How, I ask you? They created you. All of a sudden, Nigeria is became independent 60 years ago. What Nigeria? Who created that thing that became independent? Britain created the Nigeria that became independent from Britain and is still answering Nigeria till this very day. Oh, come on. Black people, please try to reason. Black people, try to engage your brain cells. I'm begging you. She is congratulating you. You guinea pigs that they created on your 60th anniversary, together with my best wishes for your country's continued happiness and prosperity. Happiness and prosperity so that Britain can be taking oil and gas without paying for it. I'm an Anglophile, I hold a British passport. I say it very clearly and very openly because it is the truth. Pipeline on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, sucking oil and gas free of charge all the way to Exeter in England. Is anybody disputing it? Are you disputing it? Why do you think they want Fulani to be in charge? Because they know that if they have a Biafran in Asorok, the person will rise up and say, enough is enough. Cut this very oil and gas and pay for it. You don't understand that is why they support one Nigeria? You don't know that. You are pretending you don't know. And any idiot who claims they are for one Nigeria is because their family is benefiting from the chaos, the mayhem, the corruption, the backwardness, the arrested development, poverty, and deprivation that is afflicting that very zoological republic. It gives me pleasure indeed because they created you. The United Kingdom and Nigeria benefit from strong and enduring ties as Commonwealth partners. Which Commonwealth? Who created Commonwealth? Britain created the Commonwealth to house all their colonies together, with the Queen as the head of Commonwealth. The same way that Abubakar Said, the Sultan of Sokoto, is the head of every religious movement in the zoo. Unbeknown to some useless people in that zoological republic. When I talk about Nigeria, I am overcome with rage. You don't understand how much I hate anybody, not just Nigeria itself. You cannot begin to fathom how much I hate anybody who refers to him or herself as a Nigerian, because you are the lowest of the low. Your education is meaningless. You are so foolish because you cannot reason very well. Who created you? That is my question. The woman or whose family created you is now writing to you and congratulating you. Commonwealth partners, and you would think there is something called Commonwealth. No, of course not. It's a club of ex-British colonies put together to remain subservient to Her Imperial Majesty the Queen of England. It's as simple as that. It takes people with common sense to understand this. Fools everywhere. She said, these are bonds that I hope and believe will flourish into the future. Of course it will flourish. As long as Nigeria remains one, Britain will continue to benefit. As long as it is one. The corruption which they planted, it was Britain that planted electoral malpractice in Nigeria. It was Britain that planted fraud, hardcore fraud, stealing. It was Britain. That was why Omar Diko ran to Britain when he stole, wait for it, £4 billion in mobile bank. Umaru Diko, a Fulani man. These are hardened criminals. They contribute nothing to the economy. They have not done anything to move the zoo forward. All they do is to loot, to ask for power, to control AK-47, and to impoverish and terrorize all of you into submission. But unfortunately for them, they never knew that IPOB was coming. No, they never knew. When we started, they were calling us all manner of names. They are not serious. Oh, they want popularity. They are miscreants. They are touts. They know nothing. Oh, they want money. They want to become popular. And at each juncture, we have defied all the expectations and all their thinking about what we have come to represent. They have failed, and that is why today the zoo is wobbling. This newspaper, Nation, concluded by saying, Nigeria got her independence from Britain on October 1, 1960. Which Nigeria? Did you create Nigeria? Did your family create Nigeria? Was Nigeria created by a Yoruba man? Was Nigeria created by a Biafran? Was Nigeria created by a Hausa man? Was it created by a Biron man? Was it Bachama? Who created Nigeria? The same Britain. Do you see how they're messing with your brains? Do you see? Because they see you as black monkeys. You people, you cannot reason. That is why they are messing about with you. Do you understand? That is how foolish black people are. And I say it everywhere without any apology. Black people are foolish by nature. Believe you me, before God and man, we are useless. We cannot reason very well. Some people listen to what we preach and they get upset. Instead of them to tell their children the truth, to say that maybe this uncle saying this thing, you know, it is because of how we have been behaving. Our behavior is atrocious. Our behavior is bad. Look at what Facebook is doing. Facebook in Lagos is staffed by black people. Black people are there. But these black people, if you ask them how things are bad, there is no light. Things are bad. The road to my house is unpassable. But the idiot is in Facebook headquarters, suppressing the truth, knowing fully well that that truth will set the people free. Without the revolution in Russia, will Russia be great today? Without the revolution in France, will France... Look, before the Russians decided to revolt, or the French before them, all this nonsense about their elders. Respect your elders. Had France been respecting their elders, will they be great today? Even Britain that you're looking at, even Britain that some of you are, do you know that Britain, there was a revolution led by a man called Oliver Cromwell? Some of you do not understand the history. The reason why the House of Windsor, the royal family, is responsive to the needs of the people of the United Kingdom was because there was a time the people revolted and they took over the government. They caught their king, Charles I, and they cut off his head. Are you aware of that? No, you don't know. So if they were there, let's respect our elders now. Do you think that the world will be where it is today? I'm asking you, after the Second World War, Japan became a major force in the world because they went to the Emperor Hirohito and said, enough is enough. We cannot go on like this anymore. And there were reforms. Don't you understand that? You dumbles in Africa, you unreasonable monkeys from Africa, don't you ever reason, don't you understand what I'm saying? Did America not have a revolution? They don't even go to war to end slavery because of what they believe in. Because that is the thing about white people. They fight for what they believe in. A useless black moron will just be there absorbing and consuming whatever garbage you feed the fool. That is why an 80-year-old man will take up a page in a newspaper and be writing rubbish, saying, I am against the Tudu agitation. I am a Nigerian. And I'm asking this idiot, did you create Nigeria? Is it a BCU or no Banjo, whatever the idiot is? I'm asking you, did your father create Nigeria? This name that you're answering, Nigeria, who gave it to you? Your slave masters from Britain. That is why you're a nigger. That is why you're black. That is why you're unreasonable. That is why you have no running water, no electricity. That is why you have no good roads, because you cannot, your brain cells are not functioning. When I say, they say I hate people, I don't hate anybody. I want you to wake up. I want you to wake up and do the right thing, and that right thing is to reason very well, and that right thing is to bring the zoo to an end. Nigeria must end. For people to survive, the zoo must come to an end. It was Britain that created Nigeria, not a black man. Don't you get that into your skull? The funny thing is that they keep bypassing this all the time. When it comes to this, they cleverly look for a way to bypass it. Why do you do that all the time? Why? Address these issues. Every day you complain, no light, school fees, police have killed somebody, stray bullet. Every day you complain. Look for a solution. What is that solution? You go back to the foundation of the zoo. Ask yourself this question. This Nigeria I'm dying for, this Nigeria they say is our country, who created it? And once you've asked yourself that question, the next question naturally becomes, what was the interest of the person that created it? And from that day, you will cease to become a Nigerian. Any idiot who comes to you and says, I'm a Nigerian, you will hate that person instantly, as I do. Once you're a Nigerian, I hate you immediately. Because I know, your brain cells are not correct. You're not a human being. 60 years anniversary. They say independence. Independence from who? Nigeria became independent from Britain. Independent from who created Nigeria? The same Britain. Did you see how foolish black people are? Luckily, I'm not one of them, and IPOB can never be one of them. That is why we set the pace all over the world. That is why everywhere you go to today, the wind is blowing. Because I say to my fellow Africans, Europe thrive on empire. The suppression of people. In Africa, it is different. People mind their business. It doesn't matter if your ethnic group is only 500 people. We respect that distinction. That is why, even if you live in townships, at the end of the day, during festival period or during festivities, you go back to the village. There are some idiots. They say, I'm a nationalist. I will get to the man's name. He say, rubbish. Defend what you're saying. Who is a Nigerian? You then I'll get Onabule. I'll get his name in a short while. I want to ask you: was your father a Nigerian? You're nearly 80 years old. Was your father a Nigerian? Was your grandfather a Nigerian? Why are you defending something that your father never defended, your grandfather never defended? Something that is actually a denigration of your great culture and heritage. Because you're a black man, you think having gone to university, having learned how to read and write, somehow that confers upon you, or maybe if you're a little bit old, you have to respect your elders. And when an elder is a complete idiot in front of you, you can see he's a fool, you say respect your elder. And I'm asking you, today you're having fun importing everything from China. Had China respected their elders, would Chairman Mao have led a revolution against their elders? No. Are you now listening? All this nonsense, respect your elders, even if they are foolish. I'm asking you, had French people been respecting their elders, would there have been a revolution in France that makes France today, or that made France to become a major global force today? Go and read your history very well. All you idiots, respect your elders. That is why you are poor, you are wretched, you are hopeless, and you're useless. And of course, you are black. Of course, you are black. Independence anniversary, my foot. Mad people everywhere. Britain created Nigeria. Nigeria is one giant laboratory with a multitude of animals in it. Animals. I want to ask that professor. I want to ask that PhD holder. I want to ask that idiot defending Asorok, saying let us go and vote. I want to ask you a very simple question. Did you create Nigeria? Did your father create Nigeria, your grandfather, your great-grandfather? Who created it? And for what purpose? Created by Britain to serve British business interests, and they are still sucking our oil and gas till this very day, because from day one they came to take away our natural produce, and they are still taking it till this very morning. You fools, calling yourself Nigerians, idiots who cannot reason very well. All the empty boasts about Nigeria being the giant of Africa was because Britain made it so. Britain deliberately, by design, initially said, we are Britain, we want to get one over France. Understand, reason very well. There was competition, there was scramble for Africa. Portugal was there, Germany was there, all the big hitters were there, scrambling and colonizing us like a bunch of idiots, which of course we are. Let us be very honest about it. Forget all that nonsense about black pride and garbage. If we were proud, there is no way we would have allowed only 20,000 Europeans to colonize the whole of Africa of nearly 40 million people. I want you to understand that very clearly. Now listen, when an idiot comes to you to boast, we are the giant of Africa. That idiot doesn't know that being the giant of Africa, so you claim either by population or maybe by natural gas and crude oil in the ground, Britain made it so because Britain wanted to get one over France. They wanted to have a group of idiots, for them, preferably headed by Fulani people. Through them, they can now control the whole of Africa. Are you understanding me? It is in their papers. They wrote it. That's what they said. It's in their document, in their government papers. We want to create a huge nation in Africa that will have a disproportionate influence in determining the outcome of affairs in Africa. That was why they added everybody together to create you monstrosity, the damnable zoological republic. If you believe in Nigeria, you're a fool. I have asked all of them, come and debate me. I was on Heritage TV last night, of course, unannounced, impromptu. I ask anybody, if you have brain in your skull, if you believe you're a professor, if you believe you went to school, I challenge you to a debate. And I have said it always. If you can, God in heaven knows, if you can last for only 2 minutes with me, I will abandon Biafra. Mad people everywhere will connect on this. All the empty boast, giant of Africa. Britain made it so, not you. Have you conquered 1 inch of territory for Nigeria before? Let me give you an example with the USA. For some of you who don't know US history. Apart from the original colonies of the North, Massachusetts, all the rest of them in the northeast of America, the rest were fought for and conquered and taken over by American forces. Some of you may remember the war. Some of you don't know that Texas is actually Mexico. Or some of you don't even know that even California is also Mexico. In Texas, a war was fought by General Hudson against Santa Anna, General Santa Anna of the Mexican army. Are you aware of that very history? Hudson, the man whose name was given to the capital city of Texas, went to war and conquered that very place for the United States of America. And I want to ask this idiot, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. We are the giant. I'm asking you, name one head of state, name one Nigerian patriot who went out and conquered the territory for Nigeria. Nobody did. The same boundary that Britain agreed with France, their next door neighbor and brothers, is what exists till this very day. In fact, they even lost some to France. Yes, we are Nigerians. In America, I'm going to give you an example. In America, patriots, they went and conquered land for the United States of America. I'm asking you that claim you're a patriot, Nigeria, giant of Africa. Tell me 1 inch of land you added to Nigeria since Britain drew that very boundary. The answer is 0. You're a Yoruba man, you claim you're an intellectual. You went to school, you're an elder, you're Yoruba Council of Elders. And you were there. And your fellow Yoruba people are in Benin Republic. They are in Togo. And you're telling me that you are an intellectual. You are more concerned about a janjaweed that you don't know where the idiot comes from with AK-47 killing your children in your forest than your own flesh and blood who are residing in Benin Republic. And you're telling me you're an intellectual. I am struggling to understand this type of intellectualism in these baboons and monkeys. And some of them, the older they get, the more foolish they become. The older they get, the more foolish. In Africa, you don't insult your elders. That is why Africa is poor. Because you don't tell your elders the truth. Elder Bakwaku, what stupid elder are you? That you are there, Fulanis are coming and killing your people. And you know the solution is for everybody to go their separate ways. The way we were before the white man came. Before the white man came and built this useless monstrosity called Nigeria, where Fulanis coming to kill you. Of course, they took a lorry and that was it. And they stopped. You fought them and they stopped. Were Fulani people in Aga to killing people? Did they come to Ozo1 in Enugu State and killing people? Did they try to take over Ebonyi State as they're trying to do today and we're stopping them? Did they try to do that? Did we have idiots like Okezibas and all other fools like the administrator of Imo State? No. It's so useless one Nigeria that gave you all these idiots from everywhere. That is why things are not working properly. That is why people are suffering and in pain. So any idiot answering to a Nigerian is a British racist colonial product. That person is not a human being. Unless you're genuinely educated, you will not understand this. Oh, you must be learned. If you're not learned, you won't understand what I'm saying. You can't understand it because in your skull is that typical idiocy, foolishness of a black man from Africa. They don't reason very well. And here we are awakening everybody. Everybody. The effects of that British racist and demeaning construct is visible till this very day. They deliberately empowered a bunch of nomadic retards in Fulani that can't boast of excellence in any field, endeavor, or discipline. Unless you class cattle rearing as an achievement, even the cattle that they move from place to place is an instrument of war. The only industry they control is moving cattle from place to place. And they're even using it to conquer people, telling you we have to graze in the forest, we have to graze in your farms. That is why I reiterate my warning tonight to Ebonyi State. And like Imo State, anybody supporting Dave Umahi, anybody, any fool supporting him. He went and took money from Islamic Bank and built 4 flyovers and built a market, and some of you are so foolish. You don't understand what is going on. And the Ebonyi State is going towards Islam, going towards the north. He has given them a free rein. They can do whatever they like. They can kill our people and get away with it. And we are saying no to that. And I want Dave Umahi to understand, okay, Zipazu in Abia and the administrator, the Fulani administrator in Imo State, that our land can never ever be taken over by Fulani Janjaweed through Mietiala. I am telling you this, and God is my witness. I'm telling you the truth, and very soon you will see the result. I'm telling you the gospel truth. They cannot take our land. All Jews or Kalu foolishly gave them law. Look at what they are doing. Have you seen our brother with machete cut on his head all over the place in our own land? They forcibly are now taking over people's farmlands. In law, and law, and courtesy of all Jews or Kalu, and he wants to come and campaign to be president. It's impossible. No, all of you know it's impossible. Not whilst we live, it's impossible. I want to assure all of them, all of these fulefus, as the little money that the Fulanis have allowed you to steal and keep, you think you can use to fight IPOB and fight what we are doing, you are fighting yourself. It is your doom. That I assure you. It is your doom that you are preparing for. I want to let them understand. All these idiots, some of them are governors, some are administrators, falling over themselves to outdo one another in trying to please the Fulani. Everybody, hey, come on, Alhaji, I have given your people land, though. Alhaji, can't you see? Mietiala killed a lot of people, and I didn't do anything about it. Alhaji, can't you see? Please, can't you make me your VP? This idiot that some of you fools call your political elite. And your political elite. You people are foolish. Very, very foolish. And I want them to try. Any army that comes into our land will die there. I'm telling Fulani tonight, live on air, copy it out and send to US State Department as you normally do. If you come into our land with the intention of working with all these quislings, all these idiots, to take our land and give to you people, all of you will die there. I'm telling you the truth. You know your question. Go and ask and they will tell you. You are telling me I'm going to get to this man's name in a short while. He was trying to denigrate the Oduduwa, the very brave Oduduwa people who have come out to stand for their right. I'm going to finish that man tonight. But before I do so, all of you clamoring for one Nigeria, all of you illiterate animals clamoring for one Nigeria, I want to remind you of something that you don't know because you're foolish. The thing about a foolish black person is that, a foolish white person, after some time they reason, they say, oh, maybe I see sense in what you're saying. They try to rationalize. But a foolish, when you meet a typical foolish, useless, idiotic black person, it is almost impossible to shift their reasoning. I want to try tonight. I want to attempt to say if I can shift their reasoning for them to be able to reason properly. Because tomorrow I'm going to be live on air. Tomorrow morning, I'm waiting for that plasticine, that idiot they have, the face of an 80-year-old and the hands of Frankenstein. I'm waiting for him tomorrow morning. I'll watch, and after tomorrow morning, I'm coming live on air. Once the idiot finishes, they say he's not going to be in Eagle Square. We are waiting. We We are waiting tomorrow. We dissect them. Tomorrow we finish the zoo before the whole world. So I am asking the UK High Commissioner to the zoo, the US Ambassador to the zoo, to watch the performance of that clown with Buhari hyper reality face mask. Watch it tomorrow. Because no matter how hard you try, you can never mimic a natural human face. Silicon is silicon. We are waiting for them in the morning. We have driven them away from Asarok. They are no longer there. They can no longer come out. Everything is now recorded. They cannot speak live or field questions live. Down to the might of IPOB and what we have done to the zoo. I want to remind Dave Umahi and that idiot Fulani administrator of Imo State. Who puts at him? If we can stop Nigeria's so-called president from speaking to people, who are you, idiot? A lowly bastard, who are you? Do you know what is IPOB? Do you know how strong we are? Do you have any idea? Or is it because I've been holding men back? I don't want them to do anything. Do you know if I unleash this man, you cannot last it tomorrow morning? It's not about Boko Haram that is pursuing Zulum and he's escaping. When we pursue you, we'll get you and your tongue will touch the dirt on the ground. Because you people are foolish. Because we kept quiet. All of you, your idiocy is increasing every day. Every blessed day, your hopelessness is increasing. Every blessed day, in fact, I'm praying. As I want them in Enugu, I am praying now. Let one person get hurt, as a result of this show of force. I'm telling you the truth before God and man. Also, I am saying it so that when it happens, you will know I gave the order. You will know I gave the order. That time, that terrorist you call me now terrorist in the open. Hope, if anything happens to anybody in Imo State, I am warning everybody living in Owerri. If anything happens to anybody, any IPOB family member in Owerri, God is my witness. I will set an example with Hope Uzodinma that others may learn. That anger that I have towards Ohaneze, I will unleash it on Hope Uzodinma. Then they will understand how upset we are. Mad people, idiots everywhere. You are fighting for one Nigeria. Some of you idiots are fighting for one Nigeria. In the same one Nigeria, are you telling me that people from the north are more learned than those from the south? They appointed 8 judges or justices to the Supreme Court. They sent their names to Senate. In America, it's only one. When one dies, they replace it. But in the zoo, it's 8. And let me give you their names. Lawal Garaba, Northwest. Abdullah Abuki, Northwest. Saulawa, Northwest. Tijani Abubakar, Northeast. Adamu Jauru, Northeast. Samuel Useji, South. Emmanuel Agim, South. Helen Ogumuyi, Southwest. Nobody from Igbo land is here. Not a single soul. And these are the people that Dave Umahi is working for. These are the people that the Fulani administrator of Imo State is working for. These are the people that Ibashi is working for. And I want to ask our people, when did you people acquire this level of stupidity to the point whereby you no longer reason? You no longer have any sense. You no longer have common sense. You no longer can put your thoughts together. You cannot do anything. Look at how Aba is. Look at how poor Abia State is. And what you want to do is to please. So you people are telling me that in my lifetime, I'm breathing, I'm eating, I'm alive. And the Fulani is controlling our land through some idiots that call themselves governors. Is that what you want to say to me? If you support them, you and them are in a very serious mess. I'm telling you. You people underestimate us. That's the zoo. They're underestimating us. Hell, leave them there. As I want to tell them, oh, forget. Why negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu? I'm here. Who is he? He cannot do anything. But today, the zoo is rocking. That was why I said, not the translation that Bright Chimezie gave. If you look at small pot get angry and the fire quench. No, it's not that. I've never seen such horrible translation before. You people thought he's lived there. He's talking from London. Nothing can happen. But it's happening, isn't it? Can your president talk? Can he speak in the open? We caged the idiot inside Asarok. We have woken up the consciousness of the people. Yoruba has risen up. Oduduwa is here. Middle belt is rising up. Who is going to stop us? Who is the idiot that's going to stop us? Who is the fool? Who is the idiot going to stop us? Pray that they kill somebody nowhere. Then hope Uzodinma will see me. You will now see me very well. Face to face. You will now meet me. Then you know how fanatical we are about what we are pursuing. Lawala Garaba, the highest score in JAM, the highest performance, the best, the most academically gifted. In Anambra, in Imo, in Abia, all these places, there is no justice from there to the Supreme Court. It's people that drive cattle. And I keep asking, tell me one thing that the Fulanis have contributed towards the advancement of Nigeria. Nobody can tell me. Nobody can tell me. But their justice in Supreme Court, rigging election, giving themselves vote. And an idiot who come from our land and tell me that somehow they love Nigeria. We are Nigerians. This thing IPOB is doing. This thing Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Can you believe such foolishness? Can you believe such idiocy? You would think others did it. Atiku Denwa killed myself and got away with it. Anybody can do it. You know, in Anambra State it was done. But now we have raised there's a difference between when the flag was raised and when it was down. We have raised our dragon flag. An eye for an eye. If you kill us, we'll kill you. I'm telling you, be you Nigerian army, Nigeria police, Nigeria customs, if you kill any Biafran, be rest assured as night follows day, you will die. I'm saying it live and the world is listening. I'm not hiding it. It is called self-defense. If you come to our land, if you think is those times you can come open your gun and be shooting, you shoot them and go. One Haruna will shoot them. No. As you shoot and you're going, we'll catch you on the road and you will die there. Ask those who are receiving it and they will tell you. Anyway, but I can't say anything. You know, we are noisemakers. We are miscreants. We are toothless bulldog. We can't do anything. We can't. But how can you so daily? Mad people everywhere. There was an uproar in the Senate. I am not talking about the justices. This is your so-called Nigeria at 60. And the Fulani did not fight for this even independence that they got to flag independence from Britain. Fulani never fought for it. All of you, your collective idiocy, your stupidity, all of you from the South, your collective idiocy and hopelessness gave Fulani a comparative advantage. They lied to go on, lied to Middle Belt. Now all of you are crying. Now all of you are suffering. Now all of you understand what Ojukwu saw. That all of you, even Zik said, elders, let us get elders to go and please. What Ojukwu saw, Zik did not say it. And today, my leader has been vindicated. Vindicated beyond every reasonable doubt. But Zik was an intellectual. He had PhD. He was an elder. He was there speaking grammar all the time. Ojukwu told him, Nanya, there is something I'm saying. These people, they don't mean well for us. He couldn't say it. He was blinded by one Nigeria. They gave him one Amina from Guzo. So he was confused. They gave him a Fulani girl from Guzo. They gave to Asikiwe. He was confused. Some idiots say, are you asking us to sit at home? The independence that Zik fought for. I'm looking at this baboon. These idiots that claim that they are neo-Hanese. Those idiots. Those fraudulent 419ers that went and forged certificate with corporate affairs. Your eyes will clear. We are students of history. We know that Russia only became better after a revolution. We know that France became a force after a revolution. Britain became a world leader after a revolution. There must be a revolution, and it is more than ripe in the zoo. Stupid people. We are elders. You know, we respect our elders. Your elder is an idiot, complete fool. Respect your elders, and they are hopeless people everywhere. I have not come here to suffer fools gladly. I tell you the truth, regardless of the consequences. There is uproar. Even the position that we are holding, they have given it to another. Are you aware of that? Are you aware? You from the East fighting for one Nigeria. This is our Nigeria. This thing, this voice are doing is going to cause trouble. Let it cause trouble to the rather than tomorrow. We'll fight this battle now, rather than allow our children. I want Fulani to understand one thing. I want Hope Uzodinma to understand one thing. Therefore, I am telling you, when we come for you, Fulani will not save you. As I'm talking, Write it on a piece of paper. When we come for you, you say Fulani. Burata is not there anymore, of course. Fulani cannot save you. So it doesn't matter how many years. If you like, pave the streets of Abakaliki with gold. You cannot fool us. It is part of Islamic Takia. They want to take over Ebonyi State. So they gave you loans through Islamic Bank to build bridges and flyovers. So when we talk about what your plans are, they will say, oh, but can't you see a bridge? Can't you see a market? As if are we fools? You don't know, I have studied the history of Islam. Their trickery and how they conquer people, especially Fulani. You don't know, I spent years studying them. The money you used to build flyovers is not from Islamic Bank. Was it not a loan? That is why they can kill our sister and they get away with it. No, nobody will talk. But once Fulanis are caught, defiling our mothers or raping our mothers, and they are dealt with, you start complaining. And you're a governor. And you are Igbo elite. These riffraffs are your so-called elite. No wonder you're hopeless, because you are allowing riffraffs to be called your leaders. That is why they can appoint eight justices to the Supreme Court, and you're not there. And you cannot even reason and ask yourself, why are we not there? When you have when you have idiots, complete fools as your leaders, what do you expect? So it was only Abaribe that spoke, as usual. Only Abaribe that spoke. Zeke he forgot everything that he went to do. Forgot everything to fight for his people. When I call you one Nigeria nonsense, talking jazz, talking rubbish about one Nigeria. Check up the nomination of Aisha Umar by President Muhammadu Buhari, of course, that's what they will say, because the daughter is in a grave in Saudi Arabia. I don't know how you can be in a grave in Saudi Arabia and you are supporting somebody. The nomination of Aisha Umar by President Muhammadu Buhari as the Director General of the National Pension Commission has caused an uproar in the upper legislative chambers of the National Assembly. Some senators on Tuesday vehemently protested the nomination as soon as the Senate President Ahmad Lawan read Buhari's letter seeking Umar's confirmation as the substantive DG of the agency. The letter also named Oyinda Shola Oni as the chairman of the agency. 6 nominees, there was uproar. People were complaining. Of course, Abaribe stood up as usual and declared that Umar from the Northeast should not have replaced the former DG, Mrs. Chinelo Anohu Amazu, who is from the Southeast. They were supposed to appoint somebody from the Southeast to replace this very woman who was going, Chinelo Anohu Amazu. But they went to the North. And the people, after looking at all the this is blatant, broad daylight nepotism, broad daylight, Fulani takeover of everything. After seeing all these things in Abuja, you come from Abuja and you're writing to this day newspaper. This thing they're doing, we don't want our nation to fracture. You have seen Fulani here fracturing it. Can you not see Fulani what they're doing? Are you blind and also very stupid? You cannot see what the Fulanis are doing? Can't you see it? And you're in one Nigeria doing 60th celebration. Our country will be great again. Your useless zoo cannot be great, because it is a zoological republic, a place filled with animals everywhere. 8 judges confirmed, none from your zone. And you come out and you're saying you believe in one Nigeria. Can you believe such nonsense? Are you telling me that those appointed, that they do better? These are Sharia judges. Sharia judges. Sharia judges. But some of you are dumb. Some of you are foolish. Some of you are idiotic. That idiocy is what I want to gouge out from the brain of a black man. A black African man is foolish. The reason why I speak the way I do, I want to surgically remove that part of a black man's brain that is filled with idiocy and stupidity. People who cannot reason. You are in Abuja campaigning for one Nigeria. No single position. Academically, you are the best of the best. And now, everywhere is Abugi. They have filled every position. And you will come back and they will give you $200,000. And you come back and one Nigeria. You want to be in one Nigeria. I'm telling you, you people don't know how angry we are. How many did you kill at Mpo? How many did you kill at Onitsha? How many died at Mbiama? How many did you kill during Trump rally in Iguacha? How many were killed in Enugu? How many did you kill in my house? Has it stopped us? Do you see how foolish you people are? You don't know that the more you kill us, the more hardened we become. You don't understand. It is simple logic. If ordinary Boko Haram that did not go to school can be giving you problems in your own territory in the north, imagine people like us who are educated in IPOB. Do you think it can last with us? I'm asking you. Oh dear me. Lord, have mercy upon your wretched black souls. Have mercy on you. And now I want you to understand something. As a result of the war, you know, when we started, people, you every day you broadcast, every day you're talking, you're ranting. But BBC has been in existence since 1929. This idiots work for BBC. BBC Igbo. The most useless bunch of idiots I've ever seen in my life. BBC Igbo. They work for BBC Igbo. People interviewing sex traffickers, criminals, hardened drug dealers. BBC Igbo. These are the fools. These are the fools talking about one Nigeria. Every time he's been broadcast, but he's in BBC Igbo. He's telling Nnamdi Kanu, you've been broadcasting now for 4 years. What have you achieved? But BBC has been broadcasting since 1929. CNN has been there. Nobody, no stupid black man can go and say to CNN, why are you still broadcasting? Why don't you stop? I want people to appreciate how foolish the brain of a black man actually works. Especially baby Sabotua, Sabonti, Fulefu, and those suffering from Iberiberism. They are foolish. They don't reason very well. As a result of this thing you don't want us to do, all of a sudden, everybody has now woken up. And according to Guardian newspaper in the Zoo Guardian newspaper, not the proper one in England, puzzle over Nigeria's unity as North Central rediscovers its identity. And which people made it possible? IPOB Radio Biafra. You can see Oduduwa agitation today. Which people made it possible? Because they have looked at us. Year after year, we are on it. We don't change. That is why they now have the courage for Oduduwa to come out, and we welcome it. Now that the Middle Belt have discovered their identity, we welcome it. That is the work that Radio Biafra has done. But because you people are black, you cannot quantify. Now ask yourself this question. Why is it that BBC is in, I don't know, maybe up to 60 languages around the world? Why? Because they want to impart, they want to control your mind. They want you to become anglicized. Our mission here is to impart knowledge, to make people to think critically. Not because we hate you. When I call you a zoo animal, it is for you to go back and ask yourself, why is Nnamdi Kanu calling me an animal? If you think about it, I'm telling you, before morning, you will come to the conclusion that I've actually done you a favor. We have done you a favor. Because now you can reason properly. Can't you see Middle Belt? Did they have the courage to rise up before? Now everybody's rising up. Down to this same IPOB, you know, miscreants. Those miscreants. Have you seen what they have done to the zoo? People are now waking up and asking questions. What gave them the courage and the impetus to do so? It is Radio Biafra and IPOB. Nobody else. No other entity. Nobody. And of course I will say the grace of the Most High in heaven. In heaven. People kind of talking rubbish every blessed day. And you look at them and you laugh. You are coming against the most formidable, the most consistent, the most focused, the most fanatical freedom fighting movement on the face of the earth. The most fanatical. The only thing is that we have not picked up guns yet. In a big way. But it's coming. You know, of course, everybody knows it's coming. Fulani will provoke us. And I love what happened. I wouldn't say that I love what happened in Enugu, but I like the consequences of what happened in Enugu. Now they understand. Anything we do now, nobody can blame us for anything because we're on our own and they came to kill us. And I won't tell you what Wodo said about what happened in Enugu. People say, come to, oh, but leave Wodo, leave them, let us, rubbish. Evil man, evil to the core. Evil man. With his evil entourage. Very soon. That Nigeria is more divided today. This is according to Guardian newspaper. Listen carefully to tell you how far we have gone. The work that IPOB has done. When that Ingila, that prophet was telling them, negotiate now. No, what said to Osibanja, leave Nnamdi Kanu. They are our children. I am 53 years old. He is not older than me by more than 11 years. He said, I'm his child. Hey, he said, these are our children, our children. These are people that my son is older than. They call us youths. They say they are youths. I look at them and I laugh. All these people serving Fulani interests, listen carefully to this. That Nigeria is more divided today than ever before is no longer news. Now Nigeria is divided. This is according to a conservative newspaper, Guardian. It is already manifesting with the North Central geopolitical zone that appear set to break away and seek self-actualization from the core north. People are now waking up. And that was our mission from day one. To educate the uneducatable. To educate the lazy morons in the zoo. For you, what we've been doing all these years is trying, like when you want to jumpstart a car, and maybe the battery is flat, or the kickstarter, the kick motor is not working, and you keep trying until you get that engine to start. That's what we have done. All we've been doing all these years without anybody knowing is to get your brain to start thinking, to get your brain to start asking critical and searching questions. Those questions, Facebook don't want you to ask them because they're working for the zoo. They understand, as they said before, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. What we want you to do is to open that book and read that page. Read it. The zoo was created by a white man. No black man created Nigeria. Nigeria is a British racist construct. Anybody supporting Nigeria, that person is mentally in fact, the person is more than insane. More than insane. And over the years, before they said we are mad, they don't know what they're doing. But over the years now, they have come to accept that what we are saying is actually correct. Now Middle Belt is rising up and saying enough is enough. Because now they know in the Middle Belt, if you're part of Nigeria, Fulani will come and kill you. The only reason why Fulani are in Ebonyi killing people with the help of Dave Umahi, the only reason why that administrator of Imo State, who opposed on him, wants to allow Fulani to start killing us because we are in one Nigeria. Now imagine that we have Biafra. Do you think Fulani will come and kill us in Ebonyi State? It's a very simple question. Do you think that if you had the Kwara Farm republic in the Middle Belt, that Fulani will come from Mali, from Niger to come and kill somebody in Agatu, of course, is Biafra. They will come into Birom in Plateau and kill. Do you think that Fulani will have the courage to go to Plateau State and give themselves local government chairman in all those areas? Do you think so? If you're in your own country? Now, as America is, do you think that Britain can go to America now and impose a duke or a marquis or a lord? But had America remained under British colonial rule, they would have had the right to do that. This is something that we want people to understand. Not that we hate anybody or we despise anybody. We just want to, it's just simple common sense. Ask yourself, why are the killings going on in the zoo? Why? Why are people dying in Nigeria? It's because you're in Nigeria. If Fulani had their own area, houses on their own, who will come to kill each other and take over their farmland? That is why they want to smuggle these things through the legislature. Because you are in Nigeria. They can legislate to give your waterways, your rivers and your streams to Fulani people because you are in Nigeria. Because the Parliament of Nigeria have actually taken a decision to allow the waterways to be controlled by Miyetti Allah. But if there is no Nigeria, such nonsense cannot happen. Now, I don't know why people find it difficult to understand something so simple. And as I keep saying, any day that I pass on, the first thing I'll ask God, because of course I'm going to heaven, the first thing I'll ask God is, when you were creating the brain of a black man, what actually happened? I'm telling you the truth. I will ask God Almighty, when you were creating black people and you got to their brain, what did you take away? What did you put there that predisposes them to such unimaginable levels of idiocy? You are in Nigeria and you are dying. Fulani are killing you. You are dying every day. The same Fulani are in Asorok. The same Fulani control the legislature. The same Fulani control the judiciary. The same Fulani are enacting laws to take your land away from you and give to the people. And you wake up in the morning and you say, one Nigeria. May God have mercy on yours. And I have never seen such levels of idiocy in my life. I have never. And may I never, ever. I'm waiting for them to unleash that demon tomorrow with a mask. Address. I will finish them tomorrow. Tomorrow I will finish them. Let them bring out that idiot tomorrow. I don't care the level of deep fake they have used. I don't care the level of technology they have employed. I do not give a damn. Tomorrow we are IPOB, the most formidable, the most credible, the most consistent, the most fanatical, the most insane freedom fighting outfit in the whole world. Tomorrow, bring out that I give you on, as the idiot is mouthing the usual rubbish that he mouths, I give you only 5 minutes. I will tell you where it was recorded. I will tell you, all they do is the mime. They play a voice and you see him miming. That is, miming means you'll be moving your mouth to simulate the words that is being read out. It doesn't mean it is you. That is why he couldn't address the UN live. Some of you say these things. Some of you see that his ear is bent. You can see 2 ears. You can see. I don't want to curse black people anymore. I'm telling you, I don't want to, because your stupidity is astonishing. It is mind blowing. It is astonishing. Nobody can ask. All this idiot saying one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. I want to ask you a very simple question. Why have you not asked your so-called president of one Nigeria? Why are you not giving us a live address tomorrow? Why are you not? Why can't you speak live in the morning? It has been a tradition in the zoo. Every monkey who's occupied that very seat from the beginning, every 1st October in the morning, they'll give an address. Why are you changing it now? Because Buhari is dead. Buhari is in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. You people concocted one idiot with a mask to be pretending and deceiving all of you. And I asked you a very simple question. These are people who claim they're intellectuals, people who claim they went to school. And I asked them a simple question. Look at the face of who you say is Buhari. Look at the face. Look at his hands. Look at his hands. Do they look like the hands of an 80-year-old? I am asking you, before you even look at his, look at the hands of an 80-year-old. You claim this because he's eating well in Asorok. The food they're cooking for him is very good. That's one Igbo woman who is cooking ofensala for him all the time. And I say to you, go and get me the hands of an 80-year-old millionaire anywhere in the world. George Soros, these are people who are billionaires. They are richer than Nigeria. Why are they not looking as young as the idiot in Asorok? These are the things that I expect people that went to school to be able to reason through and to fathom. But they can't. That was when this whole Jubril Buhari saga came about. Believe you me, any atom of respect I had for black people, for Nigerians, disappeared. That was when I knew that the conquest of black people, the subjugation of black people, slavery wasn't a coincidence. These are physical manifestations of the idiocy of a black man. I'm telling you the truth. Because of what happened with that clown wearing a mask in Asorok, believe you me, that was when I determined that black people are foolish. This shows you that I'm telling you the truth. You can see somebody, your grandmother is near you. She is 80 years old. Your grandfather is somewhere. Your uncles are there. Look at your uncles. Look at them. Look at the idiot little boy in Asorok. Can you not see a difference? Look at his hand. And tomorrow, you will see them. They will hide his hand. I am waiting for his hands tomorrow. You know us now. We are going to be watching them, scrutinizing them very well. They will hide his hands tomorrow, as he's been hiding his hands now. Because the last time the idiot, they claim he went to Mali, they tried to simulate the hand of an 80-year-old. And look at it. It's on my page on Facebook. Go have a look at it. And I'm asking people, you Nigerians, you're foolish. I know that. I give that to you. Are you also blind? I know you, as a Nigerian, you are the most stupid thing on the face of the earth. But are you also blind? Can't you see the hands? Is that the hand of a human being or a monster? After seeing it, they just shrug it off. That was what led me to believe that there is something wrong with our brain. That was why God allowed white people to come into Africa to colonize us, because Africans are very foolish. I'm giving it to you raw, live and direct. African people are foolish, 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 foolish to the core. They cannot reason. That's why they are poor. That is why Africa is poor. Thanks to Radio Biafra, the North has the North Central have now, I wouldn't call them North Central, that the Middle Belt actually, they've now woken up. Oduduwa is with us everywhere. People from Ghana, everywhere, people are rising up and saying, thanks to Radio Biafra. This, you talk too much. You're what do you call it? Is it ranting or Okoko? Have you seen what that ranting has produced? People are now rising up. And the one thing I love, to be honest with you, I never expected this level of magnanimity from our Yoruba brethren. I never expected it. For them to rise up to say that IPOB was an inspiration. You know what that means? These are people that some people have considered to be our adversaries in the past. For them to be that magnanimous, that was when I knew that they're real. Magnanimity, that was when I knew they were real. They told me not even in the open, you go and watch the Heritage interview yesterday, it was very, very clear. We are their inspiration. Because they have now seen the truth. And that truth is contained in our consistency, both philosophically and ideologically. Principled stance. The man's name is Bisi Akonde. Let me tell you what he said. He's an elder. Don't insult our elder. If your elder is stupid, I will not only insult him, I will hang him with facts and figures. I don't suffer fools gladly. I don't believe that your age should confer upon you some, I don't know, some, the Ashiwaju of wisdom and common sense. It doesn't mean that. Stupid people grow old. I want people to understand this. Idiots grow old. But I don't have time to educate the elderly who have refused to allow themselves to reason, because the platform he's occupying is coming from the viewpoint, I know it all, we've seen it, we're intellectuals, the same old garbage. Intellectual that is no light, no good road, no housing, no food, nothing. And there are intellectuals everywhere. Intellectuals like University of Iguacha, Petroleum Department. People graduate from the Petroleum Department of a university. The 4 refineries that should absorb them into employment are not working. But people are still being admitted to study petroleum engineering. Unbelievable. Only in the zoo. Now, let us talk about this man. Oduduwa Republic, Bisi Akonde says Nigeria must remain united. I want to ask Bisi Akonde a very simple question I ask every idiot in the zoo. Did you create Nigeria? What is the meaning of the name Nigeria? What was the nationality of your father before the white man named you, now your grandfather, so to speak, before the white man named you Nigeria? Now, what about your history? Are you saying that the history of your people do not matter? That the only thing that matters is the history created by a white man? I'm asking Bisi Akonde, because he has asked those calling for the breakup of Nigeria to stop it. According to him, allowing Yoruba to break away from Nigeria might lead to war. So bloody what? Yugoslav, they keep, I don't know where this fear comes from. Always fear might lead to war, but there is war already. They came to Yoruba land and they killed Papa Shuranti's daughter. Have you not heard about it? Have you not heard about what Fulani headsmen are doing? Are you foolish? You are intellectual. It might lead to war, but there is war already on the ground. This is why I have no time for these fools. You call yourself an elder. You're a PhD holder, but you're a fool. If you claim that you want to go and prepare for war, then you say so. Not to come out and to discourage people. Professor Kintoye, the Yoruba One Voice, they've come out to say, we are agitating peacefully as IPOB is doing. Peaceful agitation. What is wrong with that? It's like you're in a classroom. Your teacher is talking rubbish. You raise up your hand to ask questions. Says, shut up, don't say anything. But teacher, please clarify. That is what agitation is. Please explain to me why I must remain in this zoo. Tell me. Somebody have just written now that breaking news, police ban rally or protest on Independence Day, Zoological Republic, but in their constitution, I want to remind this Bisi Akonde, whatever his name is, Bisi Akonde, he's an elderly fool. And if you allow this type of foolish elders to continue existing, you become confused. I'm telling you the truth. Some of you are afraid of speaking the truth. And if you are afraid of, you can't walk with us if you are afraid of the truth. Now listen, they have banned rally and gathering, but in their constitution, it says you have the right to assemble anywhere. You have the right to protest, and the police will give you protection. Those Chineke, and the black people, you people are driving me insane. Black this yogi from Africa. In their constitution, it says the police should provide protection and escort for any group of people wishing to protest. The same police have now gone and said there is a ban. And that is the country that Bisi Akonde is saying, don't break it. And he's an elder, he's an intellectual, he went to school. And I want to ask Bisi Akonde, what happened to that part of the constitution that says you are allowed to protest and to rally? That's what I'm asking him. And he's an intellectual. I want him to answer me. He cannot. Where we come from, I don't know how to translate this in English. Okay, Sona Banyenaji. That's how we are taught when we're growing up in the village. There are some elders who are as useless as that. You know, there is a smaller version of millipede that attacks a yam. Okay, Sona Banyenaji. They are like that. You see them with their gray hair, telling you what we saw, standing up, you cannot see, flying, garbage, pure garbage. If they are good, let me ask Bisi Akonde, if your generation was any use to anybody, how come the zoo is in the mess that it is in today? It's a very simple question. If your method has worked, if your one Nigeria has worked, why is it that foreign people are killing people in the south and you've done nothing about it? Because they gave you money, because you're compromised, because they have pictures of you in a compromising position, because they know that they have your file. They have called you and said, please say something, and you're talking. But tonight I will disgrace you that your people may know that you are a nobody. People are asking for their freedom. You go to America, don't you, for treatment. You travel to England for treatment. In those places, their young people rebelled against their elders. That is why their land is good. Before you start talking rubbish, respect your elders. If an elder is stupid, well, how can you respect a stupid person? How is that possible? How? Bisi Akonde. He is the interim chairman. He's a pioneer interim chairman of the APC, of course. He's an APC man in Ibadan. And we know the history of some of the Ibadan people in politics in the zoo. They are traitors. I tell you, one thing about radio that I will tell you the truth. Please, if that is going to cause any rancor, then you are in the wrong place. I will preach the truth. I will preach the truth. It's from Ibadan. As always. They are very good people, of course. But they have their own fair share of saboteurs in Yoruba land. I know their history very well. But I thank God Almighty in heaven, that this new generation, it fills me with great pride and joy. As I said yesterday, these are the people I've been waiting for. I know that Yoruba will rise up one day. I've been waiting for the right people, and now they have come. And you will see what is going to happen. And I'm sure they're going to ignore this man, of course. Ignore him. The news agency of Nigeria reports that he said allowing Yoruba to break away from Nigeria might lead to bloodshed. But there's bloodshed in your land already for Fulani Janjaweed. It was not the same bloodshed that caused Yoruba people to lose a lot into Fulani people. That in a lot today you have an emir. Was it not war? So did Fulani come in peace and you gave a lot to them? It was war. He consequentially called on those agitating for a Yoruba nation to bury the idea, saying the nation can't afford to witness another war, but there is a Fulani war going on. Are you that blind that you cannot see it because you're in APC? Maybe after tonight, your eyes will open. You will understand that we have gone very far. You cannot stop us. You cannot stop us in a country where everything is begging. Everything is begging to sign a law. Oh, please, Buhari, can you revisit confab report of 2014? Oh, please, Buhari, can you do this? Please, Buhari. Every day you're begging. The Buhari you're begging, the idiot's skeleton is in a Saudi grave. His tormented soul is wandering the Arabian desert. Aisha's boyfriend is busy. They are shopping all over the world. They are busy having fun. And people, I am told, once you travel back to the zoo now, they will take 51,000 naira from you and give you a non-existent address of a hospital to go and do COVID-19 test. And your money is gone. That's what they're doing in Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja. But I want to ask them, when Aisha Buhari flew to Dubai to go and do shopping for the daughter's wedding, did she do COVID-19 test before coming back? Oh, she is more equal. Okay. She's a feudal, I don't know, feudal lady. I want to, all those people don't know the criminality going on in this, every part. I want to ask BC Akonde, do you know that there is a fraud going on in Abuja right now? If you come in, every other country of the world, every other country on this earth, once you're a citizen, you can fly back. You may not have the money to do COVID-19 test where you are stranded. Only in Nigeria, they will say to airlines, we will fine you if you bring anybody here. But you don't know if those people are stranded, if they have the money for it or not. Why don't you conduct a test when they arrive? No, you will pay 51,000 naira. You will do COVID-19 test where you are. When you fly into Azikiwe Airport, you will pay 51,000 naira for a hospital that doesn't exist. And you know, when people are steeped in fraud, when people are mad they have acquired a fraudulent mindset, they will always look for a way to make money. Everybody's corrupt in the zoo. And I want to ask those at Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja, when Aisha came back from Dubai, having shopped for her daughter, breaking COVID-19 curfew and everything and lockdown, did she do a test, COVID-19 test in Dubai before coming back? And when she landed, did she pay 51,000 naira again? These are the double standards that I am a Republican. I am a Biafran. I am Igbo. We believe in the equality of everybody before God Almighty in heaven. I want to ask all those criminals, that the world may know the depth of decay in the zoo called even COVID-19. Instead of them to be sympathetic towards the plight of people who are stranded, they will force you will do COVID-19 tests where you are. Even if you don't have $100 or $200 to do it, you will do it. If you still come back to Abuja, you will pay 51,000 naira. Can you believe that type of nonsense? And these are one Nigeria people. These are one Nigeria people. Taken to your Victor Sunday has been taken to Uyo for interrogation. He's done nothing wrong. Those that attacked the convoy of Zulum in Borno, no one has arrested them. There is no house-to-house surge arresting people. Only in Biafra land. In Uyo for that matter. And they have started in Uyo, they have started. When our own madness, little one, and when we show them 1% of our madness now, they'll start complaining. They are the ones looking for trouble, as always. And as I will keep saying, the same way they provoked Boko Haram into armed conflict, it was Nigeria police that caused it. Anybody telling you that Boko Haram the person is talking nonsense because they don't want to face the truth. Boko Haram was peaceful. Boko Haram was peaceful until they attacked them. Until Nigeria police attacked them. That is a fact of life. I don't know what is happening. Maybe Facebook has already removing people. I don't know. It's gone from 8.7. It has now gone down now to 8.3. That is what they do. I don't know if they have started removing people. I have no idea. But remember, you have IPOB Community Radio. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. The Christian Association of the Zoo, Nigeria, has appealed to Buhari to sign. Everything is appeal. Everything is begging. I don't know how you can run a nation based on begging. Based on appeal. I don't know how that is going to be possible. I do not know. I cannot see any movement anymore. On Facebook, I cannot see any movement. Nothing is happening. I am no longer receiving any notifications. People are no longer writing or commenting or bringing. Please, if you have any information to give to me, please go to Facebook and write it. I will be able to see it, please. I tried to move about, and for that reason now, that has frozen. But if it has frozen, you can no longer join us or be able to participate. Please, I ask you to go to IPOB Community Radio. Very, very important. The time now is approximately 29 minutes. 29 minutes to 9 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. We are live and direct. And please, I need confirmation. I do need confirmation that we are still live and direct, please. Very, very important. I need confirmation that we are live and direct on Facebook because it's frozen here. I cannot see anything anymore. I cannot see anything anymore. It is frozen on this very end. If you are able, if we are still on Facebook, please do let me know. Very, very important indeed. We are live and we are direct and the whole world is listening. As I told you earlier, we are going to be live again tomorrow morning as well to dissect the nonsense coming from the mask wearing clown. That is Aisha Buhari's boyfriend. We are going to listen to him tomorrow morning. We are going to watch out for his hands to see what they have done to with how they have managed to age it. We are also going to focus on the mask that he's wearing because ultimately it will sleep. Ultimately it will sleep. I need confirmation that we are live on Facebook. Very, very important, please. I need confirmation that we are live on Facebook. They said Facebook is live and direct. Thank you very much on my page, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are live and we are direct and the whole world is paying attention to what we are saying, and they should do so because this is the only place where you can come, the finest university on the face of the earth, where you will come a very useless black idiot and you go away a very sound and sensible human being, a renewed individual. They are appealing. Everything is about appeal. They never do anything on their own. They never take matters into their own hands. They never determine their destiny or their fate. Everything is in the hands of the Janjaweed in the north. Always begging, always pleading. Everybody looking for a way to enhance, to enrich themselves, how to better their families at the expense of the general public, and that is very sad indeed. And we are here to put a stop to all that garbage. We are here to set the captives free. And that is why I am glad to report that even at 60, Oyegun, the former chairman of the APC, John Odige Oyegun, has said that things are out of control. This is the same country that BC, what is his name again? BC Akonde is saying that things are marvelous. Another APC chairman is saying that I'm so sad things have gotten out of control because Fulani is everywhere, Janjaweed is everywhere, killing, pillaging, and making life extremely miserable for people. We are still live. We are still live on Facebook. We are absolutely live. Anybody wishing to confront IPOB, you must be prepared. You must be prepared. We are everywhere. We are very, very powerful, I tell you that. Not out of any strength of ours, but by the grace of the Most High. We are very, very resolute and formidable. We are fanatical. So before you pick a fight with IPOB, be very, very careful because you will never win. We have destroyed the zoo. Without firing a shot, the zoo is down. Think of what we can do to you. Think of it very carefully, please. The zoo at 60. Former national chairman of APC, Chief John Odige Oyegun, has said that he was so sad that the country has not attained its full potential at 60, adding that this saddens him. Nigeria is 60 years old. Oyegun is more than 60 years old. He is saying that the country is 60. So which country does he come from originally before becoming a Nigerian? Hey, I don't know how to explain this. Black people, please, can you be able to reason for once in your useless, hopeless black lives? Is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Things have been very tough. What I can say confidently is that the basic foundation of our future growth has been laid. No question in my mind about that, but the decision has not been lucky at all. We have had very rough period of dwindling resources right from the beginning of this administration. Dwindling means that they can no longer sell oil and gas at the price they wanted to initially, to be able to fund their projects, because Nigeria runs what is called a rentier economy. They sell natural produce to import everything, because those who are in charge cannot make use of their brain. Those who are from the south who can make use of their brain, nobody allows them very close to government. Very, very sad indeed, isn't it? Fulani knows nothing only to move cattle from place, to loot and to steal, to go to Dubai to buy posh houses and to frit away. What I find astonishing is that they are the ones preaching fight against corruption. That is their method. That is their mode. In fact, I listened to one Yoruba man, a very, very intelligent man. Everything he's saying is what we have been teaching for years. The trickery of the Fulani. They come, we are fighting corruption, but they are the most corrupt. and when they come up with this nonsense, people always buy the jargon. People always buy the garbage. People always buy this nonsense that somehow Fulani is clean. They know what. But these are the hardened criminals. And tomorrow we shall expose them. I want that idiot to come to Eagle Square tomorrow. We have forced them to cancel their morning broadcast. We have forced, can you imagine what IPOB did? We have forced them to, their president can no longer speak live. Impossible. And people are still, do you underestimate how powerful we are? Do you underestimate us? Do you underestimate us? We have stopped Nigeria from having a president. They don't have any, they want to, of course the president is dead, Buhari is dead in Saudi Arabia somewhere. The idiot they brought as a replacement can no longer speak live. Can you imagine that? Which other people can do that anywhere else in the world if not IPOB? That is how potent we are. That is how formidable we are. That is how powerful we are. The zoo is gone and people can see it. So anybody telling you about one Nigeria is not only mistaken, that person needs to see a psychiatrist. Look at the zoo and their lies. You will understand very clearly that they said we're going to protest. That is what I said to them about consistency in life, and black people are never consistent. That is why things are very, very hard for us. They said we're going to protest Nigeria Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, we are going to come out, we'll shut everywhere down, and they called them in Asorok and gave them money, they shut up their mouths. They said we'll suspend electricity tariff for only 2 weeks. Can you imagine such nonsense? They said they were going to come out to protest, and for that electricity tariff will only be suspended for 2 weeks, and they called off the strike. That is black people for you. That is why sometimes they marvel at our doggedness and determination. We don't intend to go back not 1 inch. We are determined, we are resolute. We are resolute. We are not going to stop until Biafra is restored, until Oduduwa is restored. Until Oduduwa is restored. Never. Never stop. Even Middle Belt. Even Hausa, I said to Fulani, by at the end of this very war that you have started, I am telling you, you will not be in Gobe. Some of you call it, you know me, I like to go back to regional names. And I was very glad to see an article in Daily Times the other day referring to Edo State as Igodomigodo. For the very first time that a Nigerian newspaper is referring to Idu land as Igodomigodo. For the very first time. You know me, I am an original person. I like to go back to the original name the people had. It was Gobe. G-O-B-I-R, not Sokoto. Sokoto is Fulani, Gobe is Hausa. I am warning the Fulani people that at the end of this race, I'm telling you, every Fulani Janjaweed born anywhere in the world, you remember 2 names, IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, because you will not be in Sokoto. As I'm telling you now, they write it down on a piece of paper for posterity. By the time this war that Fulani have started will last forever. Fulani cannot be in Sokoto. Hausa people will rise up and take over Sokoto from them. You watch and see what is going to happen to them. They are mad. They don't know what they have done. That God that asked your progenitors not to come into Biafra land is a marvelous God. For you to defy a direct order from heaven. And for some of you, they said there is a U-turn. They have stopped. Hey, I need this news right now. They said there is a U-turn. They are now running away. They are now running away. They are now saying that no more. They are no longer going to have a speech at Ego Square. Am I correct? That is, am I correct? Am I correct? I need this thing to be confirmed, please. They are saying right now that they are no longer. I need it confirmed, please. I want this very news. Having listened to us this evening, they will no longer come out at Ego Square tomorrow. That was what they said before. We'll come out at Ego Square tomorrow. And say, I don't know, come out now. Come now. Come out at Ego Square. Come out at Ego Square. I will destroy Nigeria tomorrow morning. Come out at Ego Square. Because the whole world is watching. It's your sister's anniversary. I'm sure even Her Britannic Majesty will be watching. And after watching, she will listen to my broadcast. The Queen will listen to my broadcast tomorrow morning. And because the whole world listens, of course. Who doesn't listen to us? They said they have cancelled the idiots. They said they have no more program at Ego Square. Uno Pota, come out now. Let me show you. Come out. Come down but I'll be on standby tomorrow. I'll be waiting. Once I see that plasticine, once I see that mask wearing idiot, Aisha Buhari's boyfriend, once I see him tomorrow standing anywhere and talking, they are finished. They are gone. The powers we have are extraordinary from heaven. The people don't understand. They look at us and they say, oh, who are these people? What we are doing, what we are saying is by divine mandate. by divine mandate. They can chop and change. One, he's going to broadcast from Aso Rock. The second one, no more Aso Rock. He's going to broadcast. There's going to be an anniversary. They cancel the anniversary. He's going to broadcast from Egon Square. They've canceled. See how they are jumping. Because they understand how powerful we are. They know that very well now. I'm waiting for them tomorrow. It doesn't matter where they hide it. It doesn't matter the technology they're using, the deep fake they're using. Tomorrow, once again, I'll let the world understand that every Nigerian is a complete and absolute idiot. Tomorrow, I'll prove it. That idiot there is not Buhari. I maintain it 100. If you prove it to me any day on this, let me put it to you this way. I want to make it very simple. If Aisha Buhari or anybody else can take me to court in any civilized country around the world alleging that what I'm saying is wrong, that mere fact of filing a court case, I will resign as the leader of IPOB. If they file, I didn't say, listen to me very carefully. I did not say that I have to win the case or they have to win the case. No. I said, if they file a case in a court of law in Europe and in the US, alleging that what Nnamdi Kanu is saying is wrong, it is slander, that I'm impugning the integrity of whoever they call Buhari, the mere fact that they have filed such a case in a court, God is my witness, I will resign as leader of IPOB. I'm not asking them to prove their case. Just go and file a case in a court. I want to let the world understand how foolish Nigerians are. I'm telling you this. Listen, if you look at an average black man, ask yourself this question. The Arabs came and took us as slaves. The Arabs took us as slaves. The Europeans came and took us as slaves as well. Only 20,000 Europeans conquered the whole of Africa. I want you to sit down as a black man and ask yourself this simple question. How was this possible? Ask yourself again, how was it that the white man came to Africa, took away Africans, mainly from the coast of West Africa, took them to America, and they worked for 250 years without pay? And to make matters worse, they not only own you, they own your children. Even when you give birth, they will sell your children to make money. Only black people. I want you as a black person to sit down and ponder and reflect and ask yourself, why was that possible? If you do that, you will come to one inescapable conclusion. The brain of a black man is very, very backwards. We don't reason very well. And it is the reversal of that stupidity that is what we are doing here. Don't mind our language, mind the message. Mind the message. Very, very critical. They keep chopping and changing. They have not made up their mind. The useless zoological republic. They keep dancing all over the place. They do not know what they are doing. They jump because of IPOB now. People say, is it toothless? I agree. We are toothless bulldog. We are miscreants. We are noisemakers. We rant. I agree. Yes, we rant. What else? Everything. Yes. But come out now in public and give a live press interview. Come out now. They are playing with us. They don't know how formidable we are. Now they understand it. Now, if I want hope who's on the Mandevu Mahi, okay, look at Aso Rock, see how they are panicking. Talk less of you. You often know one day, only one day I get upset and I give the order and you're gone. I'm saying it live so that when it happens, they will know it's me that gave the order. Our dragon flag is up. I am begging Hope Uzodinma to do what DSS did in Enugu. Go and kill people in Owerri today or tomorrow. What I will do to you, the world will talk about it for eternity. Go and kill somebody. I am begging Hope Uzodinma. Tell that army commandant or commander in Obinze. I'm begging you now. Tell the police, the Fulani police commissioner in Owerri. Is it Yoruba? I don't know. Tell them to go and kill somebody. I will set an example with you. Any ear that hears it will bleed blood. Go and kill somebody. Just try me. Nnamdi Kanu is a nobody. He makes noise. He's a noisemaker. I agree with you. Kill somebody in Owerri. That's all. As they did in Enugu, and ask them now in Enugu. Go and kill somebody. Go and kill. You know what? I'm begging Hope Uzodinma. All this your show of force. Kill somebody, please. I'll set an example with you, idiot. Fool. You think we are here messing around? You don't know who we are. I want people to understand that even the Nigeria Labour Congress, they're a bunch of deceivers. Nobody is reliable. That is why only self-determination can save you. Nobody, no institution, once they bribe them, they are gone. Look at TUC making noise. Hey, comrade, with their face cap. Comrade, everywhere. Comrade has gone to Abuja. They've given comrade money. He has cancelled strike. And tomorrow, did you have to tell you that Nigeria is good? One Nigeria. Let us not spoil what our founding fathers have. Idiots everywhere. Because he is benefiting from the system. Any option that the zoo has become. That is why they're afraid of us. Why won't you be afraid? You're going to have to come out tomorrow and we'll finish you. If you think, I don't know, maybe they have recalled the Chinese man who does the makeup for them. Come back now. You know who we are. Come. You will think you've covered everywhere, no? You have not. Come out tomorrow and present that idiot, and then you see what will happen to you. Come and present him. 1 minute you're here, 1 minute you're there, because you're afraid of IPOB. Come out and say it in the open. Anyway, they have been saying it. How fearful they are of this monster of a movement. Those of you talking about, we have said this before, and that is why I maintain very studiously that there is something wrong with the brain of a black man. I want to remind them, those that claim our founding fathers, like that BC, whatever, what is this fool's name? BC Akonde. Idiot. I want to remind him of something he doesn't know. He keeps talking about what Awolowo did for this our nation. Awolowo won't be happy. I want to remind BC Akonde what Awolowo said about Nigeria. After that, there are a bunch of 419ers who went and said they registered a new Hanezo, the people that did 419 job in Lagos, and they came back and became Igwe or something, and they started to defraud people. Idiots. They don't know who we are. They also talked about Nnamdi Azikiwe. You hear people from the north talk about Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, our founding fathers. I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. I want the world to know, when people make reference to their founding fathers or whatever garbage they call them, I want the world to know what those founding fathers said. And BC Akonde is the idiot's name. Thank you very much, Dr. Febu. Thank you. I want people to understand. I want people to understand that these people you call your elders, I want to prove to you how foolish they are. Because they come and say, oh, our founding fathers won't be happy. Let us go and find out what their founding fathers actually said. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. Let us continue. The second one. Nigeria is a nation. No, sorry, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947, founding father. So, BC Akonde, this is Awolowo. You are quoting. Do you see how they lie and deceive? This man claims he's an honest man, he's an elder. Do you see how he's lying? An elder lying like a little Fulanito rag. Lying and lying and lying. Using the name of Awolowo to lie. Awolowo never believed in one Nigeria. Awolowo went to war. Awolowo went to war with Gowon in order to keep Nigeria one because of the resources. Oil and gas in Biafra and nothing else. Purely economic reasons. And understandably so. Awolowo never believed in one Nigeria. In 1947, let me repeat, Awolowo said Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. Nobody is a Nigerian. This is according to a founding father. A founding father, the same founding father they quote. We are now telling them what their founding father said. You see how they lie and they deceive people. That is why journalism in the zoo is very, very poor indeed. Now, lastly, It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a child's play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, 1964, and I repeat, Dr. Azikiwe said, Nnamdi Azikiwe, that those idiots, this new Ohanese, this bunch of criminals, in Anambra, some of them, they said Nnamdi Azikiwe is an insult to Nnamdi Azikiwe for IPOB to order it at home. Let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. Let me tell you what he said. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace. Nnamdi Azikiwe wanted Nigeria to divide in peace. The same thing we are arguing for today. He was the man responsible for bringing Nigeria about, but we must also acknowledge that a Yoruba man gave him that platform to do that. It was Herbert Macaulay, a Yoruba man, who appointed Nnamdi Azikiwe to NCNC Secretary General. We must not forget that. So anybody telling you that Yorubas did not fight for independence, the person is wrong. The people who actually started the agitation for Nigeria's independence were Yoruba people. Herbert Macaulay was one of them. And he was the one who actually saw something in Nnamdi Azikiwe and appointed him as the Secretary General of NCNC. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So their three founding fathers none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now. Now you understand. B.C. Akonde is talking about, does it mean that B.C. Akonde have not heard about the lopsided appointments by the Fulani Janjaweed in Asorok? All the headsmen attack, the hate speech bill, the water resources bill, the land grabbing going on all over the place, the beheading, the raping and pillaging of our land by the Fulani Janjaweed, foreigners coming in to fight, Christians being slaughtered all over the place. So B.C. Akonde, you have not seen any of these things. You are an elder, you see no evil, you hear no evil. You come out tomorrow to talk. In fact, I'll be waiting for any idiot now who goes onto the media to talk rubbish. I will come on air here and destroy you, I'm telling you. Mad people everywhere, even mad elders. Yoruba will be at war for 100 years. Who told you that? So because because of that, then Fulani should come and take over everywhere, colonize everybody. Efulefus everywhere. That was what the Fulanis did. Appointed Efulefus everywhere. Idiots, saboteurs everywhere. In our own land, it is a case of giving you an administrator to administer a state on their behalf, like Ozodema is doing. Mad people everywhere. You know that I want him to behave like a stubborn boy. Then I'll tell him I'm more stubborn than he is. I am way more stubborn than he is. And we'll set an example with Hope Ozodema. A very big example, I'm telling you the truth. That man is foolish. He will be taught a lesson that he will never forget. He's a madman. That Diamond Jubilee. I am warning them again tonight. All the criminals and the terrorists in Asorok, I will be waiting for you tomorrow. Anything you present as a speech tomorrow will be dissected, and I'm sure even the Queen will hear about it. Because immediately you finish, I will go live on air. It doesn't matter when you finish. I'll be watching tomorrow. I will not do anything. I'll be observing Asorok tomorrow. Once they display any idiot on the screen, they are finished. And I'm sure all the warriors are waiting to bring in all the facts and figures. Very, very important indeed. No matter how well you try to disguise a mask, you can never get it 100% right. There will always be telltale signs that silicon has been employed. Until they come out to admit what the world knows already, we will continue to hold them hostage. Their lies will continue to strangle them. Tomorrow, we shall be watching with keen interest if you Fulani terrorists in Asorok have managed to edge the hands of Buhari's lover. The last time you tried the hand mask, it backfired. It is not my page, of course. We are here waiting for you. I would encourage everybody to tell us if the hands of that young man is that of an 80-year-old. It is very, very clear. It is not. And we are waiting for them tomorrow. We are waiting for them tomorrow. They said there's going to be a morning broadcast according to Vanguard. They said we are going to have a morning broadcast tomorrow, 60th anniversary. And then later on, no more morning broadcast. Of course, they're afraid of IPOB. Then, now listen, there is something I want to say. I wanted to make this program only 2 hours. Only 2 hours for the simple reason that we are going to be back on air tomorrow morning. But there is something I want to go to sleep with. 2 things actually. One is this. Boss Mustafa. The SGF, Boss Mustafa, clears air on saying there are cracks in Nigeria. But they told us it was Osibanjo. Understand this very well. They said, oh, Osibanjo spoke to ecumenical group, if you understand. It has now transferred, as I told you before, that Osibanjo, I don't know what they have done to him, or I don't know where he is. Osibanjo is missing. He is not the vice president. Now, after all the controversies must have erupted over that comment attributed to Osibanjo, it has now become very clear that Osibanjo was nowhere to be found. Now, let me read the news for you so you understand it very clearly. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, has said he was quoted out of context, not the Vice President Yemi Osibanjo was quoted out of context. I want people to put on their thinking caps. They told us it was what Osibanjo said. That was what they told us. That Osibanjo said that there are cracks in the country that may lead to breakup. Now, there has been some, a few reactions, left, right, and center. Now, the actual man who said it have now come out to say, not the vice president, was quoted out of context. That tells you that something must have happened to Osibanjo. He doesn't exist. He's off Photoshop and deepfake videos. The man doesn't exist anymore. In a statement he personally signed, this is just amazing. Mustafa said he did not suggest that Nigeria will break up, affirming that Buhari-led government was committed to a united Nigeria. But I thought you people said it was the speech of Osibanjo, read by Boss Mustafa. Boss Mustafa has now claimed that very speech. That leads me to ask a very simple question. Where is Osibanjo? Forget all the pictures. Forget all the nonsense. They said he's going to have a teleconference with Facebook, head of Facebook in the zoo. Where is Osibanjo? I keep asking. These are the things they are covering. These are the things that Facebook is covering. Black people on this UG, black. Can you reason? Go to every newspaper headline for the past 4 days. They've been writing about what Osibanjo said. The VP said there are cracks in Nigeria. It may break up. All of a sudden, now they have looked for Osibanjo to clarify that statement. They cannot find him. The man they claim that Osibanjo sent, Boss Mustafa, has now risen up to say, oh no, it was me actually who said those things. Then, who was lying with Osibanjo's name? Who was lying? Do you see how these people lie and deceive themselves? Do you see how they keep contradicting themselves every blessed day? Well, we are told from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, he's Osibanjo everywhere. He said there's a crack in the country. All of a sudden, there is a furor now over that very statement that was attributed to the vice president. Now, people have been calling Osibanjo to ask him to clarify that very statement. They can't find him, and this man has come out. So I'm asking Boss Mustafa, what have you people done with Osibanjo? Where is he? Simple common sense. If our people can actually acquire it, if they can acquire it, I want the world to also understand that the masters of embezzlement, which are the Fulani Janja with their teeth again, they have embezzled, wait for it, 67 billion school feeding fund of Fulani. These are rogues and criminals. They will keep looting. They will keep stealing. Nobody is going to stop them. We also know that there's army patrol and police patrol in Owerri. We are waiting for them. And as they are patrolling in Owerri, ISIS ambushed Borno State governor 3 times in a week and tried to kill him. Nobody's patrolling there. That is why I say that Nigerians are sick in the brain. These are animals, they're not human beings. They cannot reason. Simple to ask this common question. Why are you patrolling in peaceful Owerri when Meduguri, the governor of Borno State, cannot even move about peacefully? Why don't you redeploy all the soldiers back to Borno to go and fight insurgency, to go and fight Fulani-made terrorism? And we understand that Hope Uzodinma said is begging Buratai to deploy special military force in Imo. The same thing, because we allowed Nyanwodo to get away with Operation Python Dance. Have you now seen that has enabled Hope Uzodinma to call for the killing of our people? And I'm warning those that are close to him that what he's inviting, he cannot finish it. I'm telling you the truth. Go and warn him. He's asking Buratai, his masters, to come and kill his people for him. And tomorrow, this one will come out. It's our turn. Igbo presidency. These are the idiots campaigning for Igbo presidency. See how foolish they are. Inviting people to, after killing us, then who is going to vote for you? These are the same people that are saying, oh, it's our turn, it's our turn. But ordinary state administrator you are, you want the people killed. If you're the president and you bomb them, you will kill all of us. That is why we said, anybody, I've told any of you idiots, not saying the ambition, maybe when the time comes, we will pay Igbo journalists who are in the media. They will start writing, they'll start campaigning, it's our turn. Oh, don't let Nnamdi Kanu spoil this thing for us. All of you are wasting your time this time around. In fact, we pray and hope that Biafra will be here very, 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 very soon. I'm telling you. Very, very soon. That I can assure you. In Abia State, the killing of security men in Abia. Okay, Zipazo, another Fulani stooge, a complete idiot, has offered 2.5 million for information leading to the arrest of anybody they feel may be involved in Fulani attack on their fellow Fulanis in Okwa. But our sister was killed by Fulani people in Ebonyi. Therefore, Mahi did not offer any reward. I want people to understand, though some of you call your governors, they are the ones killing you, but your stupidity cannot allow you to see. You can see what they're doing. Very, very sad indeed. We are waiting now for who will point finger at whoever and for the arrest to be made. And then they will say, did any of these foolish, idiotic administrators that the Fulanis have in our land not hear about the girl who was hacked to death in Ebonyi by Miyetti Allah terrorists? No reward was offered. No special forces in Ebonyi. None whatsoever. This nonsense going on in our land must stop. We must put a stop to this efulefuism in our land. The time has come for us to confront these efulefu governors. We must meet them head on because they are beginning to construe our meekness towards their treachery as cowardice. This nonsense must stop. It must stop. And on that note, we have come to the end of our program this very evening. We are reconvening tomorrow morning for those of them in Biafra land. Tomorrow morning, Biafra land time, we shall be waiting and watching what shall become of the impostor, the mask-wearing impostor in Asorok, that we may dissect them and disgrace them tomorrow. I thank you all very much for listening and not minding our rage and our anger. We are propelled by the love we have for our people, that some of you may change the way you reason and begin to reason like human beings. I thank you once again, all of you, individually, and those of you hosting a watch party collectively. I thank you all for listening and for watching and for your comments this evening on Facebook. Of course, that has stopped. With all the love in my heart, concern, and appreciation from me, from here, good evening.